Audio Jungle.
Express polled readers after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's controversial TV interview failed to pick up a gong at the Emmys on Sunday. This website asked if the bombshell sit-down chat should have won an award. A huge 99% of respondents, 7,057 votes, said no, while just 1%, 58 votes, replied yes. Some 13 people said they did not know. Commenting on this website, one reader with the username Positivity said, "The fact it was nominated in the first place is an affront to the RF and the British public." Another reader with the username Pineapple2567 wrote, "Definitely not." A third user, Drogue, added, "Win a Emmy, no, put in the Tower of London more like it." Another, Bonsai57, insisted, it was rubbish and did not even deserve a nomination. A fifth, Charlene Auric, blasted, they shouldn't have even been nominated. Harry and Meghan's tell-all interview, which aired in March, was nominated for Outstanding Hosted Non-Fiction Series or Special at the Emmys, which recognize excellence in US TV. It was up against My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman, Stanley Tucci, Searching for Italy, United Shades of America with W. Kamau Bell and documentary series Vice for the Emmy. But the program did not win the gong at the ceremony on Sunday. If Harry and Meghan's interview won, Oprah and the producing team would have picked up a gong. However, it lost out to Stanley Tucci, Searching for Italy at Sunday's awards in Los Angeles. Host Cedric the Entertainer poked fun at the Sussexes, who quit royal duties last year for a new life in California, during the ceremony. He told the star-studded audience, "As great as the crown is, it pales in comparison to the real monarchy." Oh, I mean that Oprah interview with Prince Harry and Meghan. That was the real tea right there, wasn't it? Meghan must put it on that boy because he renounced his throne quicker than Eddie Murphy in Coming to America. Harry and Meghan made a series of explosive claims about the royal family in their TV interview. But the royals made clear they did not agree with all of the Sussexes' version of events, saying that some recollections may vary. Express polled 7,128 people on September 22. Besides, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are preparing to make their first joint public appearance since welcoming Lilibet into the world. They stepped back from the limelight in June to take some months to reflect and spend time with their newborn, only occasionally breaking their silence to release statements on world events. This weekend, however, they will join a packed team of celebrities for a 24-hour global TV show in New York as part of a global citizen event. The organization is hoping to draw attention to unite, to defend the planet and defeat poverty by putting on a music and arts show for thousands of revelers on the Great Lawn in New York's Central Park. Meghan and Harry appeared in a similar event earlier this year as part of a worldwide campaign to get COVID-19 vaccines distributed. It is unclear when they will return to the UK and reunite with the royal family after their momentous fallout saw them move to the US last year, having since gone on to appear in several broadcast interviews taking aim at the firm. While many have suggested that the battle between Meghan and Harry and the royal family is far from over, analysis of the feud and conclusions about who is right or wrong have abounded. Louise Perry, a columnist at The New Statesman, earlier this year waded into the conversation with a piece titled, "Prince Harry and Meghan Markle Show the Triumph of Bohemian Values Over Bourgeois Ones." She noted the Sussexes were playing to a young audience who have no interest in obedience to tradition. Ms. Perry used author Neil Gooch's description of conflict between sets of virtue that he terms bourgeois and bohemian. The former are named for their association to the bourgeoisie but are not limited to the middle classes. They include things like stoicism, humility, industriousness, punctuality, obedience, tidiness and a sense of duty. While the bohemian values make up things like creativity, imagination, tolerance, open-mindedness, independence, sensitivity, and, above all, authenticity. Ms. Perry said that while very few people directly sit in either category, she said Meghan and Harry pitted against the Queen was the perfect example of the bohemian beating the bourgeois. She explained, "No single person better embodies the bourgeois virtues than our current Queen, whose rather peculiar personality has proved well suited to her role," referencing the monarch's depiction in the Netflix series, The Crown. She claims, "How can the drab, reliable Queen compete with the glamour of her sister Margaret? Or the vivacity of the patron saint of bohemian virtues, Princess Diana?" The modern drama between the two parties has, Ms. Perry opined, boiled down to a much larger conflict between bourgeois and bohemian values, and then inviting the public to pick a side. She claimed, "Do you perhaps prefer the Duchess of Cambridge? In temperament she is the Queen's true heir, a woman who rarely speaks in public, who carefully selects uncontroversial charitable causes, and who faithfully obeys the Queen Mother's directive to never apologize, never explain. Or are you rooting for Markle? Who has lived a very different kind of fairy tale, a more modern story inflected with identity politics, in which a valiant outsider takes on the powers that be, suffers for her defiance and eventually triumphs. Ultimately, she claimed there was a telling generational divide, with younger Britons much more likely to express support for the Sussexes in their bohemian endeavour. Ms. Perry concluded, and this is exactly what we should expect, given the fading away of the bourgeois virtues witnessed within the lifetime of this queen. Humility and stoicism just can't cut it in Hollywood, where authenticity reigns supreme. The Sussexes are playing to a young, American audience who have no interest in obedience to tradition, and their lucrative deals with Netflix and Spotify suggest that this strategy has paid off. Others have similarly commented that Meghan and Harry's Netflix deal was the nail in the coffin in the feud saga. The pair signed a deal with the streaming platform last year thought to be worth £109 million. Speculation has since revolved around whether Netflix bosses will be happy with the pace they are moving at. To date, Meghan and Harry have announced just 2 projects each, Heart of Invictus and Pearl, but Netflix bosses have said the pair are working hard on their creations. Shortly after the deal was announced, Patricia Grishofi, a culture expert, commended Meghan and Harry in an NBC opinion piece titled, "The Harry and Meghan Netflix deal proves Hollywood, and America, won the revolution." Like Ms. Perry, she championed the power Hollywood can have in guiding real-world events. Ms. Grishofi wrote, "The couple are writing a new chapter in the age-old American story of reinvention and self-determination by announcing that they are rejecting the British monarchy for the stuff of American dreams. They've decided they can have more power over their lives and influence over everyone else from Hollywood than from Buckingham Palace." On announcing their deal last year, many hit out at what they saw as a fast-track path to stardom and riches. Loose Women's Jane Moore said, "It irritates the hell out of me, because they have been given this deal because of who they are, not because of what they have proved they can do." Others, however, were less critical. Marlene Koenig, a royal expert, told she thought it was great and important that Meghan particularly was focusing on female empowerment aimed at a young audience. She said, "They're looking for projects that support what their work wants to be like in supporting minorities and mental health. Telling stories that will be of interest,